you have to want it more than everyone else. Not just slightly more, with an obsession that borders on madness. This isn't about talent or luck. It's about hunger so deep it consumes you. While others rest, you work. While they quit because it hurts, you keep going because giving up would hurt more. Dostoevsky tells us, accept suffering and achieve atonement through it. He understood that greatness requires pain. You have to embrace the suffering that comes with wanting something this badly. There's a price. Relationships will suffer. People won't understand why you can't just be normal. You'll miss things you can't get back. Most people aren't willing to pay it. That's how success chooses who gets it. Not by who's most talented, but by who's most obsessed. Who's willing to sacrifice everything. Who wants it more than comfort, more than balance, more than breathing? If the price scares you, you've already lost.
All right, so here she is. Let's get into the details of this car. This is a 2018 Dodge Charger Pursuit, meaning this was, of course, a cop car. Pursuit tells you a whole lot about it right away. But I gotta say, this car didn't get the most fairest treatment. I gotta be honest with y'all. This car has a lot going on with it, a lot. But that's nothing I can't take care of. But it's just the fact that, like I said, this car has got a lot going on with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into get into most of the things that this car has going on and whatnot, and most of the things, the fires things that it actually does have. So that it actually came with, and yeah, like I said, this car is not in the best. If I said it, it's not in it's not in the best condition, but that's why Mr. X is here to handle all this, to take care of all this stuff. So let me go ahead and just get straight into it. Let's go ahead and let me review this for you guys, and then yeah, we could go from there. So we will start with the car as it's on the ground right now before we go ahead and jack it up. Let's start off with the back over here, in which we have the whole car, the whole back end. The back end is not too bad. It's just the fact that this thing has not gotten the proper paint and whatnot. And as you can see, the difference between that and there, you can see the whole primered bumper and whatnot before it got painted with spray cans and whatnot. And then as far as the paint goes, it looks like when it did get painted, This didn't get completely prepped the way it was supposed to get prepped. You still see the clear and whatnot, which if you paint a car with it getting paint prepped, of course, the paint will start coming off after a couple washes through the car wash, or not only that, with a pressure washer, in which that's what happened with this. I went ahead and hit it with the pressure washer. Just couldn't help it. I just literally, I wanted to see what was going on behind this thing. As far as back here goes, side marker lights do not work. Not properly wired and whatnot. As far as I've seen down there, it's not even connected or whatnot. I don't know what to say about this. I really don't know. This is just how the car came. But so that's here with me. So I decided, because most of the work's already done, but it's not the best work. But you know, that's where I hop in and do what I can with this baby. So missing fender flare for the top up here. All right, and as you guys can see, it did receive like a tint. Not tint. These aren't tints. It's just pretty much a cover with the tints on there. Yep, tinted covers. That's what these are. They're just tinted covers. All right. Now, and of course, I was given this key, and there's not even a spot for this. Pursuit vehicles do not have remote start. They do not. It's not a thing with them. And so this is what we got going on back here. Of course, you got the what do you call it? The cop carrier, gun carrier, whatever they carry up here and whatnot. It's still here, and you do have the choice of keeping it or getting rid of it. But I personally, that is not staying in here whatsoever. That's definitely going. And then as far as down here is what I do mess with is the fact that it actually has this cover over here for the battery, of course. I don't know what that wiring is, but we're going to figure it out. We're definitely going to figure out what's going on with this wiring. Actually, what in the hell is this crap? Anyways, aside from that, we also got this. I don't know exactly what this is for and whatnot, but I will go ahead and figure that out as well too. And then we got a mess going on back here, and does not have the lights here. All right, so, and it's also missing the top piece up here. Don't know why, but don't ask me. I don't know. I don't know at all. You got a bunch of wires. Where do most of these wires go? They go for nothing at all. I don't know. I'm just gonna have to figure all this out. Side marker light, this one doesn't work either. So let's bring it on to the side. Side's fine. Paint, not so much, but that's that. All right, now once we move closer to the front over here, we do have this going on over here with the front bumper and whatnot. Of course, you got this going on over here. Like this bumper is not totally on here like it's supposed to be. All right, so moving on forward, full bumper is not completely on with the grill area right here. Have the wide body situation over here, the big old gap and whatnot. I can't say I necessarily know how to do this, but I'm gonna try to figure it out as best as I can. I know I could figure things like this out, you know, of course. But I'm gonna have to figure out what's going on with this. But as far as I can tell, this bumper right here is joined up with the wide body kit. All right, and then last but not least of the outside is the fact that this wheel should not be like that. You should not be seeing this area of the wheel out like that. So I got to figure out what's going on with that. And of course, let me show you this right here. Let's get it from, let's see. Like this one, you should be able to tell even on camera that is straight. It's as straight as it needs to be. You can tell. All right, but then once we move on over here, that's where it gets a little complicated. You can tell now. See that? Yeah. All right, so I got to get new hood shocks for this, but these don't hold it whatsoever. And this one's not even, this one's not even connected fully. All right. Moving on to, where's that? Yep, there is no spray nozzles for the windshield wiper fluid. And even speaking about that, you got it literally right here. I don't know what was going on right here, but I'm gonna have to figure that out. All right, but here it is. It's supposed to be there with its nozzles and everything, but apparently not. So, yeah, but other than that, engine bay is looking like it's supposed to. Not too much going on in here, not too much to show, but the 5.7, and of course, not really sure as to why they had put this on there. This is not a Scat Pack, not one bit. All right, so let's get rid of this. Let's junk this, not junk it, but hold on to it. Put it elsewhere. Let's get into the interior, shall we? Of course, you can see Scat Pack seats. Although I love these seats, it's just the fact that they're not leather. Not a big fan of them. Of course, these seats get dirty real easy. They get dusty and whatnot. And like I said, not a big fan. There is a flat bottom steering wheel, customized carbon fiber. And yeah. And then, of course, since this is a Pursuit, it has the column shifter. And we have all of this going on over here. I don't know exactly what's going on with this. Like, this is fine. It's on here somewhat. And as you can see right here, it does have a missing trim piece, but that's nothing. And then also, who decides to put a Chrysler 300 little area, like little compartment in here? This also does have the police style rubber floor mats. All right. In fact, I would leave this on. Let's leave the key there. And then, of course, what I like about this is it comes with, yeah. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a big fan of this. But I'm not a big fan of how it was installed, because it's kind of difficult to take out the seatbelt. Yeah, because if you come on over here, why? Just why? Couldn't run it in any other way that you had to do this and interfere with the seatbelt. And then this too doesn't even go up all the way, because it's supposed to go up until like right here, but can't do that. Not at all. Another thing is, why would you do something like this? Like, there isn't too much going on in the back. Just the fact that, yes, I do have the jack up in here. So let me pull this jack out. Yeah. All right. Get the flash up in here. All we're missing in the back over here is this piece that goes right here, but nothing too, this is basic, very basic. All right. And then other than that, we have unnecessary wires running through here, which I believe is the wires that come from the back over there. All right. Is this even fully intact? Yes, it's actually fully intact. All right. So let's move on. The interior, and of course the spoiler with the wicker bill is actually here, because like I said, the installations of what was going on with this car were just, I gotta say, half-assed. Just let me get done with this and get it out the way. But of course, that's there. Looks beautiful with it, but it's just the fact that they didn't put it on properly. Nothing really to point out other than unnecessary wires being ran. And last but not least, only other thing is, when you go to open that, yeah, missing a bolt right there. That's pretty much all it. But it's missing the cover for the door handle. That's that. So let me raise it up and then we go under. Make sure the lock is in. It's supposed to be locking. Click. There we go. All right, so here we have the little oil leak that's going on literally right about here. I don't know what they tried to do with this, but I will try to get it more reinforced so we're not losing a whole bunch of oil like it is right now. Because honestly, I'm gonna be real honest, to swap out these oil pans, it is a lot of work, especially the fact that this is an all-wheel drive. It's a lot of work, like a good amount of work. So honestly, do I want to get into it? Not really, but if I have to, I will. But honestly, I think it's gonna be okay. I'm just gonna see what I can do with it and just go from there. But other than that, I do have to swap out these brackets here, this one and this one, which I do have those in the car itself. And then other than that, I had to figure out the issue with the camber over here. So yeah, but I do gotta say, I am excited on this build on this actual build, because most of the stuff, as you can see, are already taken care of. It's just the fact that I need to fix a good amount of the stuff that is going on with this car. Like a good amount of it, I gotta fix to make sure, you know, the car is all good and golden, ready to go and whatnot. So yeah.